Slytherin Granny says, wow, that's beautiful.
Welcome in. Nice to see you. It's nice, isn't it?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I thought we'd spend the afternoon here in Aberfoyle again. And I've basically been waiting for the busyness of the day to kind of start moving forwards to their next stage, their dinner, before I brought us out. It's a nice breeze getting up. And I brought the pond dipping net and tray. I thought we could do a little pond dip in this pond. Oh no, a little bit right. Hopefully it's not too bad. Is the quality okay? Is it worth? Must be. I think we just get these dips. Anyway, let's not talk about that. Okay, so I have got a tray. And
Slytherin Granny says, the quality is okay.
And I have a net. So, got this lovely pond here. Thought we could have a little explore, see what's in it. How does that sound? Some bog bean and stuff at the side here. A little plant here is bog bean and rush. And purple flower is something called Devil's Bit scabious. I really like Devil's Bit scabious. It's really nice. Apparently the devil was so jealous of the beauty of this plant, it bit its root and deformed its root. And yeah, it's lovely. It starts off like that and then kind of opens up. Very nice plant. Right, I need to be careful about this today as well while we're doing the pond dipping in. So I've got you on the shoulder mount, but I don't have, because it's so warm, I don't have a jacket on. Feeling a little bit worried about that. I also have the Duke's Pass running beside us here, which is a popular tourism destination, so you can hear somebody with their, whatever vehicle that is. I wonder what vehicle that is going on there. Whew, noisy. So let's do a little pond dip. So first of all, need to get some water in here so the beasties that we encounter got somewhere relative safety to get into while we have a look at them. Bring that up here into the sun. So okay, hopefully that will help us get a nice view of whatever we catch. Okay, now for the net. You ready to come fishing? Are you ready to go fishing, Slytherin Granny? Okay, so we'll start over there and we'll sweep up here. We'll get in about these bushes and stuff over here, in amongst the bog bean, and then we'll go back and then we'll take it to the tray. Okay. Are we ready?
Slytherin Granny says, ready to go, wondering what you'll find.
bit of grass. Sadly, trying to get rid of that grass. Okay, right. Let's try and get rid of the grass at the beginning here so it doesn't go into the net. Okay, there's...
Andromeda Creates says, watching while cooking food. Happy
yeah.
time zones, everyone.
So, yeah, it's the stuff, a lot of water in here. There seems to be a lot of grass. So I'm going to try and remove some of the grass first. Keeping it always in the water so nothing's getting distressed that's in there. If it's in the leaves and stuff. Okay, let's transfer this into the maybe a bit more. Seems to be quite a lot of detritus in the bottom there. Okay, let's see. I'll probably let a few things go there. Let's see what we've got right at the bottom. Okay, taking it very quickly and transferring all of that, tipping it out into the water so nothing's getting distressed, and then we're going to just turn straight away and put the net actually inside out back in the water. So if there is anything on there that needs to swim away, it can do that while we have a look at what we've caught. So where's my shadow? I want to be this way. Okay. What have we found? Okay, so... Oh wow, look at that. We've got a big diving beetle thing. That's cool. Move these little birch leaves. And a stick and stuff. There's all sorts of things going on in here. Lots of water boatmen swimming around. They're the ones that look like they're rowing a boat. This ground is wetter than I realised. What else have we got in here? There's some of these things that look like little bits of stick. If I leave them and don't move them, they might start walking around. That's caddisfly larvae. They make themselves a little home and then they sort of carry it around with them, basically. Oh, there's a few things in there. What is that thing? Is that? There's a big snail in there. Let's move this thing out of the way. It's pretending to be a bit of leaf. Look, it's just attached. It's this diving beetle thing is just attaching itself to that, pretending to be a bit of stick. I'm nothing to look at. Just let me float by. So yeah, I'm looking at this over here. See the snail? It's quite a cool looking snail, actually. Oh, there's some caddisfly. There's a little caddisfly carrying its stick around. And oh, there's an interesting thing there. What was that? Oh yeah, there's some very, very tiny stonefly nymphs. Interesting, quite a lot of those diving beetle things. Oh, let's try not to put you in the water. Oh, a leech is coming in. Look, check the leech coming in from the top. You see it coming in? There's a little leech. It's quite active, isn't it? Snail's doing quite well. Okay, I'm going to try again and do a second pass. It's quite cool. I reckon there's more in here to be explored. I think we'll go over here into the bog bean. I think see what's in the bog bean. So just sampling and trying not to get any vegetation, and then very quickly bringing the whole net through and then emptying it into the net. Just immediately, not looking into it at all or anything, and then transferring what's on there. Anything else can go straight back into the water. So really trying my very best to limit the amount of distress to anything that we're catching. Right, let's see what we've got this time. Have we got anything much different?
Stream Elements says, Dana TV just raided the channel with 19 viewers.
Dana TV. Hi, Dana. How
Hawk 213 says, raid.
Welcome.
Slytherin Granny says, welcome raiders.
Welcome, everybody. It's great to see you. Hey, Hawk. Welcome. Hey, Carl Scott. Oh, Dana TV. Amazing. Ah, such an amazing person. Thank you so much for sending some folk over. Yeah, we're trying to get back into the swing of things here, so it's lovely to have a wee crew.
Burly Guy says, hi sir.
Hi, Freckled. Hi, Burly Guy. In you come. Welcome in. So, I'm up in the Loch Lomond and Trossachs National Park. And
Dana TV says, hi. Happy Sunday.
Happy
Slytherin
Sunday.
Granny says, welcome in.
What's cooking? How you doing? Ah, great to see you. Thanks so much for bringing the crew in. So yeah, looking in.
Burly Guy says, tell us what we are seeing there.
So we're in the Loch Lomond and Trossachs National Park, and a place called Aberfoyle. We're going to explore the forest and the area for the next few hours. And first of all, I thought we'd do a little pond dip. There's this beautiful pond here. This is where we're at. Hey MM, lovely to see you. Welcome in, everybody. This is Exhibit Scotland TV. Hiya. Oh, low bit rate. Superb. So hit the follow button, and we do lots of nature stuff. Hi. Okay, back to the Back to the. Oh, I hear a buzzard. That's flying away over there. Okay. So we've got a lot of things swimming around very actively, and they look like they're rowing a little boat. They've got, you know, little oars at either side, and they row. We call them water boatmen. And we've got a diving beetle just floating by there. It's quite a serious predator. Then, if you sort of see, there's some sort of sticks floating around as well. There's one up here. It's up there. You might see it floating around. Those are caddis fly larvae. There's one down here. So what they do is they pick up a stick, or
Burly guy says, quite energetic.
or they make a little house for themselves, and they carry it around with them. As they get bigger, they make it. It's different. It becomes different. There's also a nice big snail in here, cruising about. Yeah, so the water boatmen, you might notice that underneath them there's a kind of silverness to them, and that is actually an air bubble that they use. They breathe it, and they use the air bubble to, I think, to help them float as well. So you might see that as they're zooming by. You might be like, oh, why has it got a silver bit? Or that's the air bubble you see. So I was wanting to, oh, that's a little something landing on my cap. What are you? Some form of, oh, it's a spider. Oh, hello spider. You're really beautiful. Look at you. Spider warning. It's super nice. Spidey warnings. Spooter. It's really nice, really orange looking. Pretty. Right, sorry, distracted by spiders. Right, so again, there's not a great deal difference in the species. We just kind of caught more of the same, I feel. Let's have a little wiggle around and see if there's something hiding. Looking for maybe a damselfly nymph or something. They're all these things, they like to cling on to this stuff. So and there's an awful lot of stuff here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all this up as much as possible, and whoever's in it as well, and just transfer quickly over into the water. Gently does it. Okay, so I feel we need to do another bit of fishing. Fish. Whew. Do you hear that? That's a wren. So I just want to do a quick pond dip. I don't want to spend too much time over it. This is something we could do more of in different locations, and we could do the river dipping as well. I just really wanted to introduce the concept. We had moth trapping a couple of weeks ago, and that seemed to go down quite well. So I thought, let's do a bit of this. So what I want to do is sort of take it through the through here, but without going to the bottom. I don't want to get lots of stuff in there, but I wouldn't mind seeing if there's anything in there that near the plants. Just gonna have to go back with up, I think. Right, this is gonna be a quick one. 1, 2, 3. Back in the water just so anything can swim off if it needs to. So I don't know if you noticed, but when I emptied the net in here, I swapped it out, so I sort of took it inside out and just plonked it in, which means that meant I could just instantly turn it and then put it into the water. Keep all the bugs safe. Anything else apart from millions of water boatmen? So many. There's a big diving beetle there. That's a good one. Hey, Mr. Wren. Noisy. So lots of caddisflies, lots and lots of water boatmen, a diving beetle, which is quite a big thing. We found a leech. Look there, there's a leech. Oh. Wait, maybe it'll come out in a minute. Over here, right, kind of there, there's a leech. Now watch it moving. Here it comes. Coming out. Yeah, there it comes. See it? Leech. Leech. So yeah, types of worms. There's the diving beetle. We've got our snail over here, floating about, doing its thing. And oh, there's a much more active and larger caddisfly, I think. That's what that is. What is that? Let's just watch what's in front of us, see what happens. Okay. So notice in around just underneath my finger there's a kind of bit of some sticks and things that are starting to just move around on their own with a yellow bit attached to it. You see that? So that's caddisfly. You might see a few of them now actually wandering around there. You see how some of the sticks are just moving on their own. So that's the larvae carrying around their wee houses. So yeah, actually we've got a couple of big diving beetles here now. There's two in here. There's one up here which is hiding in amongst this. See it here, up here in the corner now. Oh, don't put that in the water. So, yeah, some very small, like, it looks like stonefly or something. They've got three prongs and like little ribs things rippling. 3-pronged tails. There's also quite a few. Oh wow, look, there's a damselfly. I'm pretty sure that's damselfly larvae there. See down there? With the 3 tails and the kind of serious looking head. Right. There. I'm pretty sure that's damselfly larva. Oh, it's moved, the camera's moved. You can see there's another little thing with 3 prongs. It's not what I was looking at though. Okay. So, now that we've had a little look in the pond, I feel like people are leaving the car park. I can hear them going and stuff. And I think it's time for us to go and get the tripod. And, wow, you can see the air bubble there, look on that one. See how they carry air bubbles around with them. Can you see how it's got the kind of shininess on it? That's there, that's a bubble of air. Okay, you guys have gone quiet. Look at what's going on over there. It's just like, I don't know why it's going crazy over here in this corner, but it is. This corner seems to be the where it's at. So, next thing we have to do is we have to gently release these back into the pond. So I'm going to pick it up.
MM2946 says, feeding frenzy.
Did look a bit like that. Yeah.
Bread butter peanut butter says, are they mozzies?
I didn't see any mozzies in there actually. So yeah, we need to let these go very, very gently without dropping you in the water. So let's see, get on with this. Actually, I think I might have to. We might have to do this from afar. Attach you to this bench like that. I'm just going to basically equalise the water. I wouldn't just drop it from here. That would be terrible for the creatures. You need to just gently bend down and just let the water equalise with the water in the pond. Slowly does it. Set them free, free. Move it around a bit. The snail doesn't want to get off, of course, as the snails never want to get off. Come on you, off you get. That's it. There you go. Let's do a double check. Make sure there's nothing on it going, no. Oh, there's a big dragonfly just flew by. Cracker. Did you see that? And else do the same with the net. Hello. Hi. You seeing it's flying around me? And just turn it through again, the other side. Just do that again as well. That's it. Okay. Okay, pond dipping exercise complete. So we're going to go the back way this time because it's really busy the front way. So proper woodland adventures, forest adventures. you hear people screaming and you wonder what that high-pitched noise is, it's a massive long zip line, which there's 2 of them when you enter the go open when you exit it. So, you may see people flying through the woods. In fact, I hope we do. This is quite funny. So yeah, big ups to everybody that came in with Dana TV. Thank you ever so much, Dana, for bringing your crew in. I hope they enjoyed the little bit of pond dipping, and hope you can stick around. Lovely to see all the regulars in as well. Thank you very much for joining in this afternoon. So, a few different ideas for how this afternoon stream's going to run. Done a bit of pond dipping to start. We've got the tripod and the telescope, and we're going to wander down to where the squirrels and stuff are. First of all, we're going to go and see a nice big waterfall and stuff. Oh, here's some people. Are we going to fly across? Oh, I heard them go by, but I didn't see them go by. I heard was, oh my god, woohoo! Wow, they're lovely. Do you see these in the grass? Aren't they pretty with the little nipples? Very nice. A little arrangement of woodland fungi there. Very nice.
Stream Elements says, thank you for following G347.
Yeah, G-Force, thank you very much for following. Welcome to Exhibit Scotland TV. So the question is,
G347 says, hello.
should we go up to the waterfall and look over the top? Let's do that. I don't know whether the signals... It's a signal test up here. I've never done it up here before, so you have to just see. Let's go up here. Oh, wow. Sorry, guys. Don't know what I did there. My thumb slipped. Oh. Did you hear that? Oh my god, I need to slow down. It's definitely a thrill, I think, firing yourself across the valley. So yeah, we'll have to come back down here again anyway. But it's quite a cool view off the top of the waterfall. If we've got signal, we might as well have a go. A really lovely birch woodland, this. Really nice. There's, as it goes lower down, the birch kind of give way a bit more to alder and willow, and so yeah, it's very kind of like wet woodland coming up into this lovely birch woodland, and then all around there's the pine forest as well, so it's kind of quite acidy, but yeah, also nice to have these pockets of broadleaf woodland, and yeah, they're nice looking beasties, you know, covered in lichen and moss, home to all sorts of creatures. I don't know if you can listen carefully, you might be able to hear the waterfall coming up. These are blaeberry, these low-lying bushes. Blaeberry are our Scottish blueberries. And at the moment, blaeberry are very much out. And they've been out for quite a while now. Sort of maybe even the end of the season. And yeah, the blaeberry is a really nice looking plant. These blueberries. And you get them all over the acidus pine forests. Oh, hello, gorsebush. You get that all the way over the northern hemisphere. It's very common kind of habitat. So,
Slytherin Granny says, nice, indeed.
put the tripod down here because there's no point in taking the tripod down there. Put you under the... Make sure you're... Right, so I'm going to go down here and not fall off the top. Slowly but surely. It'll be very slippery this, but thankfully it's nice and dry. Sad that bark has been taken right off that tree. Green barked. Shame. Whew. It's a little rainbow. You see the rainbow? Do you get that as well? Awesome, eh?
MM2946 says, oh pretty.
It's lovely, isn't it? So yeah, that's just looking at that from the side there where I saw the rainbow. Let's got it down. Oh, it's so mucky. Usually this is just a torrent of river anyway, you can't go onto it. I don't think I'm going to go onto it though. Over here though. You want to look down.
G347 says, beautiful.
So we're going to go down there. Obviously not off the waterfall, but we're going to go down into the valley down there where the big trees are and stuff. We'll be down there in a wee while looking up the way at where we are now. But yeah, it's lovely, isn't it, here with the little oak trees and the colour of the rocks, sound of the water. It's a real blessing to have this opportunity to be here. This is their home, these trees. I'm a visitor here. Okay, let's go down there. Mucky, 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 mucky. Right. There's fungus there as well. Pretty dry though. Okay. Pick up le tripod. Bonjour, Monsieur Tripod. Let me take you. Let me help you. Oh, une fungus. Right, so, oh hello, This is a russula. Russulas generally are very edible. People don't really eat them though. It tends to be creatures, slugs and stuff. You see them, they get eaten very quickly. Sometimes they're red on top, that's the sickener. Sometimes they're yellow on top, and this one seems to be a kind of, I don't know, it might be a bit dry, but it might have been a bit more purpley. It's kind of brown colour. So yeah, it's just been knocked off. This is the stipe. Mushrooms don't have stems, they have stipes rather. There's the stipe, and these are the gills. And basically, in the gill, the way the gill's attached to the stem is an identifying feature. It could be adnate or adnext or I can't remember them all. And it basically means do they join? The current comes down the stem. Do they go up and up into the cap? What happens to them just around here? And if we were taking a botanical a specimen, we'd want to cut it and basically remove one of these gill fragments, basically just one of these gill fragments, remove it and then put it in, like squash it and then put it under a microscope and then look at the spore shapes and things, and it'll tell you what type of fungus it actually is. So yeah, see if we can, these gills are quite hard to get. Yeah, so we'll leave that there for things to eat, because basically that's what that is now. The fungus is under the ground, and that's just the mushrooms and things like that, and toadstools, this kind of fruiting body. Basically it's just the way that the mycelium, the actual fungus that lives under the ground, sends its reproductive material around. Oh, very nearly walked into this tree branch there. Look at that there. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's actually at my forehead height there. Wow, I turned around and had to just kind of whoop, do a little duck. Anyway, we might find some more interesting fungi. Well, we will be finding much more interesting fungi to explore.
Red78 says, hi, how are you doing?
In the next...
MM2946 says, does the colour of the gills determine whether it is edible by humans?
No, it doesn't, And Red Robins, how are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, so if you were to put a bit of water, a droplet of water onto the spore, onto the cap, the top of the cap, put it into a zip seal bag on some paper, or into a little Tupperware box, leave it overnight, then the spores will drop and you'll get a spore print.
Red Ribbons 78 says, sorry not been about.
So, I've not been about either, Red Robins. So it's lovely to have you back. Welcome back. So, flying people.
MM2946 says, yes.
If you have a look online, you'll be able to see that. Oh, look, there's a wee bench here. Let's just use the bench for a second. And just take in the moment. Oh, so I'm coming this way now. Any more coming? It's quite active at the moment. Like a group of people maybe together.
Savage Banana Soup says, 07 hi all.
Hi. Flying people coming right up. Whee! Savage banana soup, welcome. Good common. Now let's get down to the waterfall. Now I'm going to check you out for power. See, get plugged in.
Red Ribbons 78
Ooh.
says, no LOL.
Nice. This is a nice fungus. Nice one. I don't want to break it to look underneath it, but it's a nice looking thing, isn't it? It's difficult for me to show you. Take you off the shoulder. Yes, we're going to do a lot of fungus hunting over the next few months as we go into autumn and the fungus start coming out. I'm not really very good at woodland fungus. I'm more of a grassland fungus person. So we will look, we will find, we will share. Whew. Searching for battery. We're going to be in a great situation by the time we get down there. Perfect. Okay, let us progress. Beep beep. You hear the beep beep? This tree is just so covered in lichen, dripping with lichen. So we were at last night in this area, not on this path, but in this area. And I had my power bank on my back, and I had two big UV lights, and a few of us that were in looked at the woodlands under UV light. We looked at lichens and fungus and different pigments in leaves and things like that, and discovered things like glowing bird poo and some other plants that glow in the dark, which was quite cool. Well, not glow in the dark, but glow in the UV light. And so I'd like to do that again. Oh, it was directly above me. It was the wrong wire. Sorry guys. Didn't realise it was still coming above me. Yeah, so we're just kind of going the steep way down the side.
Slithering Granny says,
down.
wow.
Whoop, and it is a bit slippery as well.
Red Ribbons 78 says, my feet staying on the ground low.
Skateboarding. Let's go this way. Let's be slightly less steep. Seems I'm carrying all you guys. Let's not fall over. I did quite a lot of balancing kind of things when I was younger. Ice skating and skateboarding and things. And I think it's seen me in pretty good stead. I don't want to jinx it at all, but anyway, so this is, as I said earlier on, how the woodland starts to give away more. The birch
Stream
woodland
Elements says,
gives way more
Jennifer
to
just raided the channel with 17 viewers.
Jennifer
says, raid from the animal shelter.
Jenny.
Queerman says, raid from the animal shelter. Slithering Granny says,
Hey,
welcome
Jenny.
in Raiders. Queerman says,
to
boo
you.
nature.
I've only got one arm to hug myself with. Woo. Right, I'm just going to say this really quickly. Because we're in an area of strange signal, hit the follow button straight away, guys. And then if we go down, that's a bit too close. If we fall down, signal-wise, which hopefully we shan't.
Last night's stream was pretty great. I was lurking.
Oh, you saw
Jennifer
that.
says,
Amazing.
we had like 12 cats and 3 dogs adopted this week, so very few animals to see
right.
today. Think to Coin Vader says, good, it is my birthday.
So yeah, this is
Stream Elements says, thank you for following Pink to Coin Vader.
this is a wet woodland basically. So it's very wet in here, and so it's the wet loving trees and wet loving plants that are in here. Alder and willow and some of the birch as well. And people are flying around.
Slytherin Granny says, welcome in.
So yeah, welcome. We are just about to enter the tall trees part of this site, and we've just been at the top of the waterfall, and now we're at, look at these beasties.
Queerman says, it's also my birthday, haha, or was.
Hey.
I'm in Australia, so it's your tomorrow here now. Jennifer says, I gotta finish cleaning up here, bro, but this is amazing and I'll come back if I get a chance. Much love.
Thank you, Jenny. It's so nice for you to raid. I'm really touched. It feels like, yeah, friendship. Yes. Love it.
Marking Sutton says,
Marking
late
Sutton.
on raid, my computer is broken and on Xbox and doesn't automatically raid.
Hi, brother. How you doing, fella? Lovely to see you. Right, so there's a hammock here. I think we should just take a few minutes out, guys. Time to do some forest bathing. A little bit of relaxation. And then we'll go and look at the waterfall.
Okay, all things considered.
Let's just take a bit of time together on the hammock. How's that for you guys? It's really nice to feel just to have the hammock be supported by the hammock. It feels like you're being supported by the environment.
Chihuhu Mama says, that's a view I've only seen in pictures.
Well, here we go, live from Scotland. In Loch Lomond and Trossachs National Park, a place called Aberfoyle. Oh, this is so nice. Sound of the water in the background. I hope we've got a big screen. When I'm out here forest bathing with people, I ask them to participate in a number of invitations. Invitations to explore themselves in the woodland, to their senses, and through various contemplative ideas. And then we round it off with a tea ceremony, and it helps people to just crack open the routines that bind us in our day-to-day. And helps people to have a few moments of peace. Which can sometimes be quite difficult afterwards for people, because the tranquility unlocks something that they now realise they need to find more of it in their life. But that's the point. why they come. So we are facilitators in woodland-based therapy. We bring people to the woodland, and the woodland does the therapy with the people. Just like it's doing now with you and me. It was nice when it was rocking a little bit gently. Let's see if I can make it rock a little bit more without falling out. So yeah, Exhibit Scotland TV, Biosphere live streams. The focus is all about sharing the beauty of the Galloway and Southern Ayrshire biosphere, which is where I'm based, in southwest Scotland. But during the summer, actually all throughout the year, but particularly in the summer, I get asked to lead various different types of activities. And this is one of our favourite little spots. So we're up here leading a group, and we're back here I think in a week or two, and yeah, I just thought I'd spend an extra day or two here just to get a little bit of extra time for me and also to share it with you guys. Because I've had a few weeks off streaming, both on Exhibit Scotland TV and on Grow TV. I've been building a YouTube channel for Exhibit Scotland TV, and all the Biosphere live experiences sort of edited down into stuff. So we've got quite a lot of content about to release on that. And yeah, we're going to carry on with the live stuff in the Biosphere, and maybe go and experience another Biosphere as well, hopefully, if we get an Indian summer, which it looks like we might be lucky enough to get, because the weather's been very good this year, so let's hope so. Indian summers are basically in sort of September, October. Usually a bit cooler at night, but still good in the day. So it's mid-August now. So yeah, got a good week's worth of work ahead of me as well, so I'm not going to be able to stream so much because of that, but I will be streaming as much as possible. And what I'd like to do is get out with the drone more, so I've got a drone with me today, and I've got at least one battery charge, so maybe when the sun's setting we could get the drone up. So, you ready to move on, guys? I think it might be time to move on. We're in the kind of the base of the Scottish Highlands. Before we go and look at squirrels and things, let's go and look at this beautiful waterfall. This is the Fawn waterfall. We were up the top there earlier.
Stream Elements says, thank you for following Crazy Cat Lady 02.
Thank you for following, Crazy Cat. Oh, come. Lovely to have you here. Can I stand here? No, I can't stand there, unfortunately. Let's see, can I stand here? Yes, I can stand here. Whew. That, the rock was too wobbly. I love standing in the river. It's a feeling I really, really enjoy. I don't know what it is, I can't really place my finger on
Crazy
it.
Cat Lady 02 says, hello. Came over for the Jennifer raid but was away from the computer.
Oh, welcome. Thank you for sticking around. Giving this Scotsman a chance. And this nature. Letting this nature touch you.
MM2946 says, gorgeous area.
It is, isn't it? So you could get under the bottom one. I'd brought a group up here with one of my female co-leaders.
Crazy Cat Lady 02 says, my hubby has been to southern Scotland as a port call when in the US Navy and loved it.
Oh, it's warm here. So if you look at my Instagram, if you are interested in Instagram, over here on the edge of the bank here, there's lots of moss and stuff. Now, I don't know exactly where it was, but somewhere along there, I filmed some dripping one day. And then when I looked back on the footage, it was all corrupted. Like, it was only like 2 seconds of footage when I'd been filming for maybe 10, 15 seconds. And I looked back at the bit of footage that was there, all but one droplet is going down the way, but one of the droplets is going backwards. And it's a proper glitch in the matrix moment. So yeah, filmed right here, somewhere along the bank there. So yeah, it's something about the frequency of the water, the sound of it. I think it's a very cleansing, and you know, you can just let your worries and your cares just drift off of the water. It's the smell, I think, as well of the riverbed and stuff. I think there's a freshness, or some sort of, maybe it's, I don't know, there's some sort of, maybe it's oxygen, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the trees and plants releasing oxygen. I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's go and look at some squirrels. Such a spot to sit. Do you want to sit? Shall we sit? I'm feeling the urge to sit. I know we've just been lying down. There's something about this bit over here. Look at all this, look at the reflections of the shadows on the rock there. With the ferns. Isn't that amazing? Little things make huge impact if you take the time. People just flying about overhead willy-nilly. On the busy today. We'll be trying to make up for lost time because we had to have a few days shut.
Deprogrammer 9 says, I had a feeling you were streaming.
Whee! Hiya! That was a good feeling. Welcome in. I'm just being incredibly attracted to the river at the moment. Like, it's like, let's go and look at squirrels, and then my body's like, no, go and be with the river. Oh, incredible. Okay. Let's get on. How are you doing, deprogrammer? What's happening? Are you well? Found a little devil's buoy along here somewhere a couple of days ago. That'd be nice to show you. Everyone's got headphones on and they're listening to that. Somebody cycled past just now on the bridge. The dude on the hammock over there, and he looks like he's going to swing the hammock right off. He's chilling now. He's going for it a minute ago. Okay. So, huge, massive love to Dana TV and to Jennifer for the raids, for everyone that's sticking around. Hope you're enjoying this. We are in Loch Lomond and the Trossachs National Park. One of the few places that's beautiful like this, it seems, where there's actually a little bit of signal to be able to share it with you. So Scotland has got a lot more places like this, but they're very little, if any, signal at all. If you want to experience those in the best weather, come during April and May. Right, we're going to be quiet now, because the hide's up ahead. Actually, first, I've got to talk to you a little bit about this stuff. Then if you can see the sap on the tree, just leaking out, the white stuff dripping down. So it's, this tree seems to be incredibly generous at the moment. It is generally, smells incredible already. It smells like pine, strong smell of pine. And you can capture it and put it on a stick and smell it like a drip like that. If I touched that drip, it would be incredibly sticky. It would stick to me. Oh, it smells amazing. So good. Anyway, some countries, they use it like a chewing gum. They chew it. It's a bit like frankincense. And I have had a chew of some stuff from this tree in the past. I've been told that the stuff that's coming off at the moment is a lot sweeter I don't really want my mouth to taste so strongly of pine. So, just over here there is a lovely grouping of woodland fungus. Look at these guys. Really pretty. Really nice, and they smell really good, those ones. They smell very, very rubbery, like proper mushroom smell. And it's just sort of nice to see them there in that little spot there, in amongst the blaeberries. And up here, there's a slime mould. Look at that. Looks a wee bit dry, but that is slime mould. Interesting creature. Okay, let's go up to the hide. When we're in the hide, guys, please can we make it emo only? Because I don't want the TTS to go off and scare people or the wildlife. Thank you very much. If we get a raid, then that's, we'll just have to deal with it. Squirrel out there. Do you see the red squirrel there? In the background, there's a nuthatch. Nuthatch. 2 more nuthatches. Get the telescopes out. These birds are flying through the windows like crazy, crazy, crazy birds. Just facing this way. This is where it's going to get a bit difficult. Right. This is the hard part, getting you attached to the tripod. Hey Pablo. Hiya. How you doing, Pablo? Good to see you.
Slytherin Granny says, has to go AFK and locate the cats, up to no good those 2T.
Okay. Thank you. Right, here we go. It's quiet. Oh yeah, this is quiet. To see it, guys. I'll be back. Tink. Chaffinch noises. That noise is squirrels. No. I wonder if there's a better spot to sit next to the tripod than where I am. Hear that? Doot doot. That's nuthatches. Chaffs. Hoovering up the squirrel leftovers. Cheep cheep. That's a male chaffinch. Nice. Yeah. Pigeon scared him off. Oh, back again at the back box. This pigeon.
Slytherin Granny says, cuties.
Nice little granny, back again. Thank you. Did you find the cats? Meow. Greedy birds. The noise you can hear, that's them. And it's written down in a book somewhere that the sound of a wood pigeon could be written in English as, "For God's sake, mother. Oh, for God's sake, mother." Yellowhammer is a little bit of bread and no cheese. Oh, squirrel chased off the pigeon. Get off my nuts, mate. Off my nuts. One in the laundry basket. Oh.
Slytherin Granny says, they are actually sharing food.
Yeah, basically. They worked out a bit of strategy. This. Which is sharper, Slytherin Granny? That or oh, it's gone over there. I feel like it's sharper close up. Sharper further away, rather. Look at inside the box there. Looking out the window. Just sitting on a big pile of nuts. It's very funny.
Slytherin Granny says, LOL. MM2946 says, he is guarding his stash lol. Slytherin Granny says, well, can't really say, which is sharper, both look good.
Okay, that's good. There's a lot of quite nice birds here as well, but they're getting a second place for the red squirrels. Funny, the wood pigeon landed on the top and then the squirrel was like, no, I'm not having that. You know, gonna lock me in the box here. Oh, the nuthatch. Nice to see the nuthatch there. Isn't that pretty? They usually eat upside down, so there you go, it's upside down. And then it's food. Lovely bird. Yeah. Oh. Something just made them all fly away. Who was that? Oh. Got some squirrel action out the back. There we go, thank you. Oh, dropped it. There's something wrong with it. Thanks to everyone who might have continued to refresh after we dropped out. I hope you're enjoying the telescope action. Oh, we might be getting some close-up red squirrel action now. Yes, we are. There's a squirrel at each box right now. I see 3. I'll do a live stream. The squirrels are not boxes. Okay. I just wanted to let you know. Oh. I have a bit of scrap over here. There was just another squirrel underneath this one a minute ago. You know the way they like to scrap. two jays here. And the woodpecker was deep behind it. It's just up here. I think it'll be down in a minute. You still have a woodpecker in our garden?
Yes.
Hasn't been out for a few years. No. Have a lovely evening. Sorry? Have a lovely evening.
Thank you.
So hopefully in about half an hour or less, the sun is going to be right on that. I hope. I might be wrong. But it seems to be kind of moving that way. We shall see. Hear that noise? That's the jays. Mighty beasties. Behind me somewhere. Oh, there it is. Bouncing its way up the tree. Just the way you'd expect to climb one of those trees. So cool. High enough now, it's getting a nice sun. Basically hopped its way up into the sunny spot, and then it's giving itself a wee pree. Nice. Oh, there's a jay flew in. Should we get some limelight? Well done, Jay. Oh, hello. Squirrel. Lovely interaction.
Slytherin Granny says, weird like that one tree is more popular than the other one.
Yeah. It's popular. The pigeons just look so stupid. Hello. What's this then? Oh, I'll eat these then while I'm there. Nom 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 nom. She just peck it. The bitch just pecked the other one.
Slytherin Granny says, lol. MM2946 says, lol.
Come on, you big fat thing. Dude, with your head sticking out of the camera.
Slytherin Granny says, the tree is mine.
Look at his big white beak. He's like the Mr. Burns of the pigeon world. But as I said, the sun is thank you ever so much, everyone, for being here and hanging out. It really makes it all worthwhile. And it goes. Oh.
MM2946 says, the birds will challenge each other for food but do not challenge the squirrel. Interesting.
Yeah, pretty much. The squirrels do get chased off sometimes by the bigger birds like the jays and the woodpecker and stuff, just because of the way that the birds they just suddenly appear on the scene and the squirrels get a fright and they run away. Anyway, that's the full 3x zoom, so let's bring it out a bit because it's not so good. I've noticed nuthatches doing the same thing, coming in with a bit of a presence, and the wee birds scatter. And I've also noticed blue tits copying them. And it's funny, like, blue tit comes in like rapid with a lot of energy, big glide in, everything runs away, flies away. And then they go, oh, it's a blue tit. Young blue tit is sitting there happy, getting his nut. Being observed from behind as well by birds. Hello. People have different tits, great tits. Yeah. Oh, there's a dog. That means the squirrels might go because I think they smell the dogs. They'll go away. I think it might be going away actually, that though. Can you pet that dog?